Hi, welcome to another episode of Practical Programming. Our today's question would be unique numbers of occurrences. And that's our question for today. And let's look at the details. What it says is, for a given array of numbers, find out if all numbers in that array are unique to that array. That's the input and output for our program. For example, if this is the given array for our program, 1, 1, and so on, we see 1 occurs twice. That means it is not unique to that array, so we return false. In the second example, if you see visually, by inspecting visually, we can see all the elements are unique to that array, so we return true, so on and so on. Let's try to understand our problem. Let's take an example of input 1, 1, 2, 4, 3. Let's spread that out and we're gonna iterate through all the elements. We see 1 and we see 1 again, so 1 is not unique to that array, so we're gonna return false. Let's take another example and spread that out. By visually inspecting, we can tell every individual element over here is unique to that array, so we need to return true. Let's take an approach. So how we gonna take on this exam? How we gonna solve this problem? Let's assume array, spread that out, and we're gonna use a map so we can easily look up an element if that matches previously occurred element or not. We check 8, so 8 is nowhere to be found in the map, so we're gonna put 8 in the map and move on to the next element. 1 is not found in the map again, so we put 1 in the map and move on to the next element. 2 is not again found in map, so we put 2 in the map and move on to the next element, and 4 again, so on and so on. If you keep doing that, you're gonna run out of the array. I mean, you have iterated through all the elements and none of the elements found in the map, and what that means is there were no match and all elements are unique and the result is going to be true. But if while iterating through this array, if you were to found any of the match inside the map, what that means is that particular element has occurred already in the past and we could have returned false, but that didn't happen. So we are good here. So this is how we're going to solve our problem. Let's go to IntelliJ IDEA and give it a try. Great. Now that we're here, let's try to create a class name. I'm gonna right click on here, gonna say new, and let's make a class. Gonna call it Test118, quite weird name, and I'm gonna call it unique numbers of occurrences. Okay, quite big for my taste, but oh, I spelled this wrong. That should do it. Okay, I need to have a way to start this, so I'm gonna call public static void main. That's a shortcut, and let's run this code and hope project is still in running condition. Okay, that works for me. So I need to create an array. Okay, let's define that first. You can call it int array. Okay, call it test array and gonna say new int, and let's initialize that. Oops, my bad. What am I doing? I can say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 8 again, because let's check if it's duplicate. All right, I don't need this. Let's close that. I don't need this. Let's close that, and I'm gonna check a boolean, right? Boolean is unique, and I'm gonna call a method name are all elements unique, and I'm gonna put an argument called test array. Okay, and I'm gonna come over to this method name which does not exist, so I'm gonna click alt enter. IDE gonna help me create that method. Now that I have it over here, so by default I'm gonna return true. So that's how I'm gonna approach it. So it's gonna always return true right now, and say s out, and I'm gonna say is unique. Let's run that. Well, of course it's gonna return true right now. Let's iterate through all the elements. Test array dot, and I'm gonna say for the first option is for each, say element, and I'm gonna say print that element, and let's see if we can print all the elements right now. We are able to print every single element, so we are good. What else can we do? We need a map, so we could work around with it. So it's gonna act as our temporary place where we can select if the element already exists or not. So I'm gonna call it integer because it's a type of a number, and I don't really need anything here. I could have used hash set, but we're gonna go with the map right now because that's what we're trying to learn. And let's check this. Okay, if okay, this should be if condition. If map contains this key, I mean this element, I don't need to go through the rest of the element. I should just return false. Okay, else I need to map it. In the map I need to put that element there, and just gonna say, I could just say I could just put anything, don't really require that. So what that means is it's gonna break right off here and not gonna check the other elements because we don't need to, because we already found a particular element which has duplicate in it. So let's run that. So this returns false. It happens because of this 8. Let's check. I'm gonna put a debug point over here and gonna do debug. All right, let me take this over here. So right now there is nothing in the map. Okay, let me stop this one and go all the way to the next. So we are at the element 8 while iterating, and if you look at the map, it has all the key value pairs already, 1 to 8, and 8, when it comes to the last element over here, you will find out that 8 is already in the map. So this gonna return, this condition is true, so you can return false because 8 is duplicate. Okay, and we get that output over here in the console, which is false. Okay, that's good. What if this was to be 9? What happens then? If I run this, because all the elements are unique to that array, we get true. So hence we solved a problem, and I hope that helps learning towards how hash map is working. Well, it's one way of looking at it. You could have solved in many different ways, but that's our learning curve. We're gonna go with it. So thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate your time and patience with me. Do like and subscribe. That helps me make more videos. You have a very good day.